Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Software Inc. and welcome back to Plump Corp. Today, we are continuing development on a Plump Nova. We're continuing to market Plump Vision 1080, Plump EM2, and Plump Drive, and supporting Plump Vision 1080 as well. Although, that's not really going to last much longer, so we've got that going for us. And if you're wondering why I've just cut off a couple of sentences there, like, oh, and so... like, I'm doing that, it's because I'm trying to hold in some hiccups. I may have downed half a bottle of Mountain Dew before sitting down to record this. So, you know me. I'm an extreme gamer with me Software Inc. And, obviously you are too if you're watching this, so congratulations on that. Anyway, I think I'm all good now, so let's get on with the episode, shall we? I think today I want to, obviously finish Plump Nova. It is a motherboard that is technically going to take several years, but I think it would be nice to, let's not say finish, let's try and get it, like, through most of alpha. If we can finish it, then great, but I'm looking at how slow it's going and thinking we're probably not going to. So, we'll see how that goes. We actually don't have any of the, where exactly have half of my teams gone is my question. Because the hardware team is currently all either at home. A lot of them are at home, actually. Quite a few of them are. Why are you at home? I mean, you're not sick. Are you guys supposed to... I don't know why you're at home. That's really strange. Okay. Whatever the case, a lot of them are at class, so I suppose Plump Nova is going to be taking its time. And I guess while they're working on that, we should probably get my core team working on some things as well, because their skill is generally pretty good. So if I go and turn off education, which I think that does, we could actually start making, I guess, some software. We could, research. Now, hold on a minute. Now, does anyone own... no, they own image compression. That's annoying. The game engine, though, visual scripting, no one owns that yet. So I'm going to get researching that with the core team. And I'm going to seriously hope we can get this, because I want it. I've missed out on one patent, or patent. I don't know what way I'm pronouncing it, but I've missed out on one. I don't want to miss out on too many of those. So, if we... oh, hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute, because we're researching it. It's not on the list. That's fine. Obviously, I can't research this because someone else got it, but this seems like a reasonable use of my core team, who apparently are having trouble getting in here. Are they all? Why are they all using buses? There's plenty of parking space. That's odd. I guess what I'll do is I'll change up parking space a little bit. We'll go to here. We'll get ourselves a road up to the front door of the building. I want to clear out all of this. And I want to do some horizontal parking in those spaces. Actually, you know what? Get rid of those. This works for now. This kind of works. Can I do more? I really want to put parking. I can't do it there, but I can do it. Oh, it's in front of the bus stop. You can't do parking. Interesting. That's cute. You can't build a road in front of the bus stop. Okay, fair enough. Can I do horizontal parking there? I can. And I can do it there as well, because they can just drive up into it, so that's fine. Okay, so hopefully that'll be a little bit better. I can do it there. And I can do it there. All right, well, that'll maybe work a little bit better. It might look a little bit better as well. So, hopefully, we'll see people start to... why are so many using the bus? That's really strange. I don't get why they wouldn't just drive to work. That's... yeah, that's... oh, there we go. Never mind. That's much, much better. So, we're still researching this. It's actually coming along super, super well, which is excellent news. So, I don't think we're going to have any problems patenting the... yeah, there we go. Applying for the patent. And we should have it tomorrow. Okay. Well, that's fine. Are we getting any income from the other ones as well? Like, we obviously own this. Oh, yeah, 223,000 since 1988. That's not much. That's really not much, is it? That's a little bit disappointing, if anything, so that's great. Are we done with it? And patent? Yeah. All right. Well, that's not so bad. We got that out of the way. So if we go to here, we now have that owned by them, unfortunately. And those are owned by us. I'm okay with this. Let's go ahead and start developing some software then. We haven't done this in a while, so we might as well. I reckon I'd actually like to make a game. I think that could be kind of cool. We'll go for a game. What is the best engine? The land engine, actually, is not so bad. There's great and quite a, it's a year-old release. So we'll go with the land engine. We'll have music, AI, mod support, cutscenes, QA, 3D graphics. We're going to do advanced cutscenes and mocap. Wait, we're doing all of that in 1991, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That's, yeah, that's interesting. Local multiplayer, why not? We'll turn off mod support, we don't really need it. So the 3D editor we're going to use is PowerPoint Studio 3. Interesting name. And the audio tool is going to be WaveShop 10. So we're paying $7,500 basically in licensing fees. That's fine by me. The SCM is going to be primary dev. This is going to be, I don't really know what it's going to be. It's got cuts, it's got mocap, it's got 3D graphics. It's 1991. Let's make a first-person shooter, and we're going to call it Bake. There we go. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. Okay. Let's add everything back to this. We'll add local multiplayer, cutscenes, QA, 3D, advanced cutscenes, and mocap. So, what can this run on? This can run on, actually a fairly recent operating system, Tiger OS 9. That's fine, we'll go for that. And that's by the core team. And we're going to charge $39.99 for Bake. That's amazing. All right. Let's not start marketing it just yet. That seems like it'd be a bit of a bad idea. But it is coming along quite nicely. It's getting there, and I'm also so glad that people are actually, you know, driving to work. Some people still get the bus. We need more parking spaces apparently. So I guess what we can do is go horizontal. Oh, we can't do it there. Well, in that case, we'll do a bit of horizontal parking just over there. Have a bit more of a parking space there. I might do a little building down here. I think that could be kind of cool. I don't know what kind of building I'd do down here, but I kind of want a building here just to fill out that space. So let me go down to here. And just there, I really don't know what it'll be, but I think a building could just be nice there. You know, I like it. I do. What I'm also going to try and do is go fence and go like that. And I want to see if I can sort of make... Yeah, I can do that. Okay, that works. Because technically, I think... Can I change the room... Can I change the floor here? No, so that is... That's annoying. It'd be nice if you could set the floor within this area to basically... Oh, that car is clipping through that. We're going to want to change you. Let's just delete that room. And we'll put the fence in a slightly different way. We'll go like this. We'll come over to here. We'll go to there, and go to there. And there. Okay, so I want to do an open gate, just not quite like that. Right to the edge there, please, and right to the edge. And then right in the middle, I suppose. That's not so bad. That's, that kind of works. That can be a way through for people to go if they so desire. I would like to change the colors, though. The color is going to be a nice sort of white fence. Again, it would be nice if I could put a path down, but apparently I can't do that, so that's okay. Now, this building, I really, really don't know what this building's going to be. I mean, I guess it could be like, I don't know, I could try and do like an administration building, like a little tiny building out here that's for, like, has like the reception and would have like marketing, but marketing already has a fairly significant space. So maybe we get like, I guess a server building could always work. We could move the reception out to here and keep it there. But we could also have this just be a bit of a server building, because that would free up space here for more offices, which I actually like the idea of. We could expand our marketing team if we wanted to. But I like the idea of having more offices there. So, yeah, let's maybe do that. Let's go for sort of an admin / server building. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea at all. So we'll do that. I guess we'll go, say, that way, that way. We'll have a bit of an angled wall there. And what I'll do is if we go to here, we can go to reception. I want to put this not quite there. I want to rotate it to be there. I actually think I want to change that wall up a little bit. So let's just do that. Let me merge those rooms. Then the entrance to the server space can just be there. So if I merge those and we go for a nice big glass door, I think we'll do the same here, make this quite a nice looking building. So nice big glass door there. The server building doesn't really need a whole bunch of windows, but I think it would look kind of better if I give it a bunch of windows there. And just possibly the whole way around. It doesn't really make sense for a server building to have this many windows. It really doesn't need it. If anything, it's going to hurt it more than benefit it because of the fact that a server building is going to need some good cooling. But I think this is fine. This does the job. Let's go to servers. We now have the tower server, which actually unlocked last year and is actually better than the medium server, so I'm going to need to get a bunch of these. So let's do this kind of thing, just the whole way along there, and we'll do the same kind of thing just the whole way along that side. I still don't know if I want multiple servers. I haven't really decided on that. It is probably worth doing, because these should be, in theory, more powerful than the servers we have upstairs already. So I guess if I split, like, this side of the room into one set of servers and the other side into another set, that could be an idea. Alternatively, the easier way to do it, because that's going to be a right pain, would be to bring a wall down here over to there, and not quite like that, which looks kind of hideous. So let me take out that server, and let me take out that server. Let me merge those rooms and do something that looks a little bit better. So give me the wall tool, go from there to there. We'll go like, I guess that could work? I'm curious to see if this ends up actually working. So if I do that, can I do a glass door there? And I can. Well, that's kind of interesting. Almost defeats the purpose of this space, though. So if I merge those rooms, yeah, I kind of like that. I do. I think that's kind of interesting looking. It's a nice little space there. It's something a bit different, and it lets us have a whole bunch of different servers. So if I go ahead and select everything in that room and connect to them, then select everything in that room and connect to them. So we have a bunch of new servers. And what have we got? So we have, yeah, these new ones are more powerful than the previous ones. So that's primary dev, rename, and this will be the run, I don't know, the process server? I guess process server works. Okay, this seems pretty good for a server building. I kind of like it. Though I realize, I don't know why I suddenly went Scottish there. That was actually not intentional. That was me saying although, but for some reason it came out as although. Not even, it was although. I can't do it anymore, apparently. I don't know why that happened. These things apparently just happen. Apparently you just randomly go Scottish. There you go. The more you know. Anyway, I would like to get some temperature regulation units in here. So I'm going to just get rid of that window and that window. And we'll put a couple of those in there. Because we absolutely are going to need those. And if I go to construction, I can just put a door there, I suppose. And that'll let people in. And that should keep everything nice and cool in that building. Which is exactly what you want. Although I think it does need a bit of decoration. This is obviously the new reception space. So I get some, get a clock in there, get some decoration in there, get some plants and all that stuff. Where else can we put a plant? We can put a plant there, I guess. I would like to try and get one in there as well. That'd be kind of nice. But somehow I don't know that it's gonna happen. So instead, let's just go ahead and put another painting kind of thing there, another picture, and that makes the place look kind of nice. So there we go. That's our new reception building. The new main lobby, or the main lobby of the older building, now looks like this. And I think I'm actually just going to take that door out and replace it with a glass door as well, because I think it just looks nice and fancy. Yeah, I like it. I do. Anyway, let's get on with Plump Nova, which is getting there. The networking is holding it up a little bit, and I guess that's all right. Bake is coming along. 3D actually seems to be letting my core team down, though, which is interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Let me have a look. So everyone generally, I mean, 3D design seems to be, no, you're not a designer. Those here that are designers seem to be doing all right in 3D. So it's curious that it is slowing it down, but I mean, you know, Bake can take its time and we'll get it out when it's outstanding. Looks like February 92 is going to be the year that we hopefully push Plump Nova into alpha. I reckon they can do it. Yeah, looks like it. And develop. There we go. So Plump Nova is in alpha and is actually getting developed really bloody quickly though, which is fantastic news. My receptionist isn't here. Everyone's going around to get their cars. No one's actually going through there, which is curious. I thought they would. Maybe if I get rid of that room, they'll use that space instead. There we go, yeah. So the room was actually causing some problems. Fair enough. Is the receptionist going to come in at any point and go to the new desk? No, that was a cleaner. There's the receptionist. Okay. I like this building. I do. And let's make sure to put Plump Nova on the primary dev server. There we go. That way it should go a little bit quicker. Again, networking seems to be letting them down though. That's really strange. It honestly is. That is very, very strange indeed. You know, I think I want to bring another team on board, but sort of limit it to maybe being like 15 people. You know, 5... Well, maybe not actually. Maybe 15, but with 6 designers, 6 programmers, and 3 artists. And I actually think it could be fun to have them above the server rooms and make this building just a little bit taller. So what I'd like to do is this. And this is basically going to be a team that is dedicated to producing some very, very basic software. And they're sort of thrown in a corner, as you can see, because we are using stairs and they have to go into like the back room of this building to get to their offices. That is intentional. I'm making it a little bit crap over here on purpose. So we'll see what we can do. So we are going to want these guys to have some space to have a good time. So they'll want a lounge of some sort. That is 8, so I can go... let's see. What is the distance here? That is 9, so that's not going to divide up nicely. So I'm going to want to go 5 by 4. So I can't build rooms inside of rooms. That's interesting. 5 by 4. And we're going to want to go like that. And I guess a little 4 by 4 space could work there. If I did 4 by... Yeah, that could work, I suppose. I'll just do a little bit of an angle there. Although that then limits the guys in that corner room because they can't get to where they're going. So I want to merge those. And what we'll do is merge those as well. And we'll go like that. So that's 2. We'll go 5, I guess. And we'll do that kind of thing there. So that's going to be space for the artists. They're all sort of going to the same place to get into their rooms there. Keep it all sort of confined. As for this space out here, I actually kind of like the idea of doing this so that we can have bathrooms in that little space. Again, it's going to be really cramped in here. That is completely intentional. I just want a bit of a space that I can put a bit of a junior team into and get some things made. So that's going to be a lot of bathrooms for not that many people. So we might end up seeing people coming out here to use the bathroom from the main building. That is certainly a possibility. Also, if you're hearing a bunch of noise in the background, there's like some construction work going on downstairs. I'm not quite sure what they're doing, actually. I think they're putting up some new offices, so that's kind of cool. Let's see. So if I go like if I go like that, and sort of bring this to there, that seems like a fair space. We'll make that the... I guess I could probably get a little canteen in there. But I kind of like the idea of just making it a very basic lounge with some vending machines and all that stuff. So we'll do that instead. Those are all going to be bathrooms. That's fine by me. And the development space is going to be, I guess, like that. Just a bunch of windows and make it quite bright. This space here can have a couple of windows as well because it needs them. Then all of this space around here can have something similar. The bathrooms here, obviously, we want a little bit more privacy, so we'll do that kind of thing. Also, people pointed out these bathrooms here aren't all that private. I'm more than aware of that. I put the toilets, like, not on the window for that reason, to give them as much privacy as I possibly could, which apparently wasn't very much. So, there you go. Let's unify those rooms. Let me grab the style of the bathrooms and get that in there as well. So we'll go there, 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 and there. Unify those. What did I just merge rooms? I didn't want to do that. I wanted to unify them. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Then the lounge space is going to be that, because that's sort of what we go for. Then the offices are going to be sort of the same as these ones up there. So we're going to go with this one being design. We're going to go with the second one there being programming. And the final one being artists. So there we go. All right, that's not so bad. It's an interesting looking space, but I really like it. You know what? That's actually not a bad space. Yeah, the desks are boring, but that's fine. I mean, it does the job. They're not going to be the most efficient people in the world, but again, that's kind of fine. It all does the job. I can put this in here if I really want to boost their productivity just a little bit. I can go ahead and put some clocks in there if I really want to as well. So I'll just put one there, I'll put one there, and I'll put one on the other side of that wall as well. Then beneath those, I want some plants. I want some cacti about the place. And there we go. So that'll hopefully make them a little bit happier in those spaces. Although I'd say it's a little bit unlikely. So we'll see how that goes. I guess I need to figure out what this team's going to be called then. So this can be... I don't know. They're kind of... They are sort of the B team. And I guess it's been a really long time since I've had a team called the B team. Because I think it was my first season I did that. So, I mean, I guess if we have the core team... I'm going to rename the core team. I'm going to rename the core team to the A team. So they're going to be the A team. That's fine. So the A team and a new team is going to be the B team. So there we go. That's the B team. Now the B team is going to need a leader, and that leader is going to need to be good at what they do. Which makes things a little bit difficult, because that kind of implies that their leader needs an office, and there really isn't the room to give him an office. Unless I take out half of this and give him an office here, which I guess... I'll do it, why not? Let's get rid of that. Let's move the drinks to there, move the vending machine to there, move the sofa to there. That's not so bad. We'll move the vending machine just into the corner. Then we will build a wall. We're going to build a wall here at Plump Tower. Plump Corp, building a wall. That's, oh boy. Right, let's go ahead and grab the style of my office and duplicate it over. All right, put a door there, and we want a desk. So we're going to want office, desk. I'll give him a glass one because he's the boss of the team. Give him his chair. We'll get him his computer. And we're going to want temperature regulation, which is a radiator for some reason. Not quite sure why that is. Then if we go to decoration, we'll put a clock there. Go back to office, and we'll put a bookshelf just there. It's a bit of a cramped office, but it's not that bad. My office isn't huge, so, you know, you don't need a huge office to get work done. That's the way I see things. I like it. It does the job. So let's go ahead and set this, and this to be switch team to the B team. And this is going to be limited to designers. This is going to be limited to programmers. And this is going to be limited to artists. And that will hopefully get things done. So 1 leader and then 5 of everyone else. We can do that. Okay, so a bunch of the B team are now at work, which is fantastic news. I actually really do like how this space looks. It's quite nice. I think what we'll do is, for one, have a look at research and make sure we haven't missed anything. We have, actually. Anything there? Nothing. We've got virtual instruments, which unlock this year. So I'm going to research that. I'm going to give it to the B team and see how good they end up doing with it. Hopefully, they don't take too long to do it. But there are definitely, you know, there's more of the core team than the B team. But these guys, yeah, they are going to take their time with it. I think what I'll do is for a little while, I'm going to assign the A team to deal with that. I'm going to assign the B team to work on Bake, which means Bake is going to take a while longer. And we do now only have 5 people working on the entire project. But that's okay. I'm not too worried by that. We actually have the artists now working on it as well, which is great news. So hopefully that will not take too long. I'm hoping we can get through the virtual instruments patent in, well, not too long at all, because that way we can get the A team back on Bake as well. And we can actually have both teams working on it, and hopefully that'll make things go just a little bit quicker. But I guess the good news is that Plump Nova is coming along. The programmers really are letting the team down there, though, with the hardware team. So if we have a look at programmers, what is the... Yeah, networking's not terrible. It's just a lengthy process, I guess. I guess that's all right. That's fine. Oh yeah, this is coming along really nicely. There we go. I'm realizing, though, something we probably want is a meeting space for the B team. Because they are having to travel across to the other building. Although that said, I really don't want to make this little building here too big. So I guess we're probably stuck with what we have. It's nice, though. I love how this space is starting to look, you know? It is starting to look like a little sort of... You know, we have our own sort of complex for the company. It's really, really nice. I also love how they look on the side of the building. That's a nice touch as well. But I think the next step, probably getting something over here. Because I really do want to get a factory thing going at some point, you know? I mentioned it before, but when we start doing in-house products, in-house hardware, before we start making it into our own PC, the hardware team is going to be getting moved, you know? They are absolutely going to be getting moved out of these floors into basically a 3-floor factory, and I'll try and get like 100 people per division of the team. So the hardware team is going to be made up of like 300 people, 100 programmers, 100 designers, 100 artists, and yeah, that'll just be interesting. Hopefully that means we can make hardware super, super quickly. We maybe don't need 100, maybe 50 of each. Maybe even 25 of each. Well, how many do we have, actually? The hardware team is made up of 37 people, so yeah, we definitely don't have 25 of each, that's for sure. I also think it's ready to go into beta, which is fantastic news. That's going so quickly as well. That means we should absolutely be looking at a release of Plump Nova in February of 1993. That's excellent news. We might make a lot of money with this. We might not. I'm not really sure. What I will do, though, is immediately look into graphics cards, because they came to the market quite recently. Those are quite new. So, graphics cards, I want everything on them. I want fans on them. We haven't got stuff. That's 2006, 2004, 2004. The feature depends on PCI slots from the motherboard, which is not available on this market. That's interesting. You would think that we would look into that. That's curious. Nitrogen 2016, GDR5 2008. That's fine. So we're looking at 101 million people we can get with this graphics card. Let's see. We'll go with the actually do the small t, PTX, it's 93. I don't know, let's do the PTX 95. How many years is it? More than a year. Let's do the PTX 95 then. So that's fun. Now the PTX 100. We'll start at the 100 series and see how that goes. So we've got the PTX 100 graphics card. That seems fine by me. We're going to put it on the primary dev. Going to give it to the hardware team there because the designers will get on with that immediately. And I guess we'll start developing the PTX 100 graphics card. We're not going to market it just yet. We will actually do a little bit of pre-marketing on the Plump Nova, which is probably a great idea about this point. So start that campaign. Marketing can get in and get that pre-marketing done. Okay, Plump Nova ready to release. Let's start the marketing campaign for the post-release Plump Nova. Let's give that to marketing. There we go. Start the campaign. We've unsupported processes. That'll be... What have we got unsupported? Plump Nova. Okay, well, I'd like to redelegate it to... I don't know, where are we going to put it? Let's put it on redelegate to the process server. That seems fine. So Plump Nova. How much money are we going to make with this huge investment into hardware? This could be very, very interesting, ladies and gents. We're going to patent that. We're going to get the A-team back on bake. That'll hopefully go nice and quickly. I'm really excited here. How much are we going to look at? An employee... Someone else is retired. Interesting. All right, we're looking at a grand total of... I mean, the money... 8.3 million. Oh, wow. That's fine. That's not bad. The PTX 100 is actually coming along surprisingly well. It just needs what? General and physical? Yeah, that's going to be fine. That means at least we don't have to do networking or anything like that. So once the PTX 100 is into alpha, I think what I'll do is get my hardware... 9.1 million. That's ridiculous. Once that's in alpha, I'll get my hardware team working on something else. Possibly designing a processor. That might be a good idea. Because that will take some time. So that's now in alpha. We'll go to here, develop software. We're going to want to start working on... We've done a motherboard. We're doing a graphics card. I think a processor is the next fair bet. So let's just go for everything that we possibly can here. Make this as advanced as it can possibly be. So that's going to take approximately 6 years. Oh boy. I think this will have to be the last piece of major hardware we make until we have our factory. I think that's probably a good idea. So let's go ahead and set the price of this thing to be 150. That seems fine. We haven't made one before. So I'm not really sure what to call this thing. It is going to be on the dev server. Hardware team's making it. Product name is going to have to be... I really don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of... There's no way that Plump Corp is Intel. We're more like AMD. So, the AMD Fool Dozer is what we'll call this thing for the time being. Eventually, we'll start coming up with clever names. Once we have the factory, I'll let you guys suggest names. But for the time being, I will just come up with dumb names. So that'll do. Let's start developing that. Not going to bother with... Not going to bother with pre-marketing yet. I'll do a little bit of marketing for the PTX 100, though. Because getting some pre-marketing on what is effectively our next... You know, it's our next and first graphics card release. I'm also curious to see, has anyone released a graphics card yet? Let's have a look. Type, storage, processor, operating system, lots of those, office software, motherboard, monitor, graphics card. They got a graphics card out before me. They got a graphics card out last February, actually. But it was only good. So we might be okay here. Also, I'm just noticing Bake is very, very nearly done. You could say it's almost ready, if you think about it. Almost fully baked. Let's go ahead and promote Let's just promote the bloody thing into alpha, or beta, sorry. And see how that goes. So, yeah, this is good. The hardware team working on a couple of things there. It's actually really nice to see. It might actually be worth going ahead and getting the B team to start designing something else. So if we get them to start designing, say, what about a game engine? What could we do with a game engine? If we were to do, you know, all of this stuff, 3D audio assets, 3D rendering, etc., etc., visual scripting, we'll chuck 3D assets in there, 5, 8, and 2. That's fair enough. 2D editor, let's look at most recent release. We'll go with, I think, that one, since it's outstanding, which means we can make an outstanding game engine. Okay, so it's going to be limited to great, unfortunately. That's fine. Audio tool is going to be limited to good, apparently. Even better. Okay, well, it's going to be a good game engine. It's hopefully going to be somewhat... You know what, actually, let's not do a game engine. Let's ignore game engines. We've done a 2D editor before, so let's do Plump Suite 3. Let's just go for Plump Suite 3 and see what we can do. We can get a bunch of new things. It's about time that we got these things as well, so we'll chuck those in there. Actually, this has video editing, so this is going to be Plump Studio. So Plump Studio, that seems fine by me. It's a 2D editor. Fair enough. It's a... Oh, that's... I don't know. It's Plump Studio 2D. We'll go with that. It is a follow-up to Plump Suite 2. But we'll go Plump Studio 2D. That seems fine. Pricing, 150. And we'll give it to the B team. That's fine. SCM is going to be the primary dev. And it can only run on that, which is 5 years old. I probably don't want to do that, to be honest. I probably really don't. What about a 3D editor? Let's see. If I choose my 2D editor, and we'll go with the most recent release, which we'll go with this one because it's outstanding. Then we'll chuck in all of this stuff. We can do a bit of animation, actually. So this will be Plump Studio 3D. Hopefully this can run on quite a few things. It's also going to be £200. It's an original IP, that's fine. And it can run on a few older operating systems, but there's quite a few people there that we can... there's 6.7 million people this can be reaching. So we'll see how this goes. We'll have a look. Let's start developing it, I suppose. There we go. B team, enjoy. We're not going to market that just yet, because there's absolutely no point. Although they are getting through it nice and quickly, which is surprising. That's actually very surprising. Okay, so the PTX 100 is actually ready for release, but I don't think I've done any pre-marketing on it yet. So we're going to hold on to it whilst the... Actually, we have, apparently. So let's... I don't remember if we have, but we're going to release it anyway because I don't want to hold on to it for too long. So we will start marketing the PTX 100 and see how that goes. So we'll start the campaign. Marketing managed to get a full day behind it, which is really good news. So... let's see what we can do here. PTX 100, the newest graphics card in the market, the first graphics card from Plump Corp, is going to make a grand total of £946,000, with Plump Nova still making 8.9 million. That's actually okay. That's not terrible. If we look at our releases, the PTX 100 has actually made money. It only took $300,000 to make the PTX 100. So, yeah, I'm quite okay with that. I think what we'll do is leave the hardware team to keep working on the Fulldozer. I don't think we need it. Also, for those that might get offended that I'm calling AMD a bit crap, I had AMD hardware for a really, really long time, and AMD's top processor was nothing compared to Intel's mid-range ones. This was in 2012 and 13, so I don't know the state of AMD these days. But I had really bad experiences with AMD hardware. I'm just saying. That's where my opinion comes from, and it's just my opinion. If it works fine for you, then it's fine. AMD is a great entry-level and slightly higher level hardware provider, but for me personally, it's like, with my PC, I want Intel and I want NVIDIA. That's what I want. Just saying. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. We're making some pretty good money. Bake is coming along. It'll be getting released, hopefully. I might release Bake in November this year, even if it's done before then, because November 1993 is when I was born, so that'd be kind of nice. But I think what we'll do next episode is maybe start working in the factory. And I actually sort of have an idea for how the factory could work, which is that if we do, say, 3 different teams in the factory. We have Hardware 1, which has 75 people. So Hardware 1 would have 25 designers, programmers, and artists, and they work for 6 hours a day. Maybe more, 8 hours a day, whatever. 8 and 8 is 16, 8 is 24, so 8 hours a day. We have Hardware 2, which is the same number of people, and they work another 8 hours. And Hardware 3, which is another 75 people, and they work 8 hours. They're all going to be leaving at the same time as the other teams turning up, so we would have a 24/7 factory pumping out hardware, and those 3 teams would all be working on different things, basically. Not different things, sorry. They'd all be working on the same thing, so that the same thing would get done so much quicker. We wouldn't have development and production stopping overnight. It would just keep on going as more people keep coming in. That could be a really good idea. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that's a thing we can do, but that's going to be a thing for a future episode. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you kindly, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.